another video, man. As y'all can see today, we got the Dewey on, man. Slime green Dewey on, man. That's how we coming today for today's video, man. But today, we are going to be talking about if it is easy for you to forgive people for whatever the case may be, whether they did you wrong, if you feel like, you know what I'm saying, is it easy for you to forgive somebody? And for me personally, I feel like years ago, maybe back when I was in like high school, maybe early college, it would be a lot harder for me to forgive somebody for something just because it's like younger, you less mature at that age. But then even then, sometimes like, I feel like even now, like at the age that I'm at, I still feel like it'd be hard for me to forgive somebody because just like where my mental be at, I'd be like, why are you even doing something to begin with that would even, you know, put you in a situation where I would have to forgive you for something? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I know it'd be hard to forgive people too a lot of times because, you know, sometimes people will do shit where it'd be like, why would you even do that? You know what I'm saying? Especially to somebody like me. You know what I'm saying? And I see a lot of that that be going on with people that's been locked in for the longest of times and even the shortest amount of times. Like you got people who, you know, would just switch up on you or just do some shady stuff behind your back. And it's like, you know, sometimes a lot of people will forgive people just because they feel like that's the only sense of friendship or relationship that they have with somebody where they feel like they can fit in or just be, you know what I'm saying, involved with something, because if not, then they pretty much gonna be lonely. And a lot of people don't like to be by themselves, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like a lot of times people allow people to do things to them just so they can keep some company around, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of people ain't good company. So I feel like, shoot, a lot of times people get caught up in that and, you know, allow people to do them certain ways and forgive them over and over and over again. And me personally, like I said, I feel like a lot back then, it might have been easier for you to, you know what I'm saying, do some janky or do some hoe shit maybe one or two times or two or three times. And then, you know, it finally get to a point to like, all right, bet, like, I got to just cut you off. And nowadays, I really already say to myself anyway, which that's a good thing, but at the same time, it's not a good thing. Because I always tell myself I want to get out and network a lot more than what I do for just like different opportunities and stuff like that. But it's definitely, I say a lot, I wouldn't even say it's a lot easier for me to forgive people now. It is to a certain extent because I feel like I don't be having the time to deal with unnecessary bullshit. Aside from all the stuff that I'm already going through, just with how life go in general. So if I'm investing time into being your friend or being somebody that, you know what I'm saying, you can trust in or I can trust in, it'll take a lot for me to try and forgive you, especially depending on where my mind is at the time. Because like if I'm in one of them moves where I'm just like, I don't give a fuck about nothing, then it's just gonna be like whatever you do is what you did and I'm cool on you. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, I feel like I'm a forgiving person. And I don't want this video to make it seem like it's not okay to be a forgiving person, because at the end of the day, everybody ain't perfect. You know what I'm saying? And everybody make mistakes. That's a given. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's something that's understood. But I feel like it depends on how you make the mistake and the severity of the mistake. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to never double cross somebody to the point to where it's like, damn, like that's how you would do me. You know what I'm saying? Or sometimes it might be miscommunication on certain stuff. And, you know, those are stuff that you can be, you know, forgiving of. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I just feel like if anything, if you were to be in a situation where you feel like I can't necessarily go back and forth with this person, then I'm gonna just let them go, then that's cool too. But a lot of times too, it's okay to forgive somebody, because you can look at somebody who's been in a friendship for maybe like 10 plus years, you know what I'm saying? And that's rare nowadays. I know, especially with women, because I know women and, you know, women, they go through it a lot harder just because it's like, I feel like they just always in such a competitive state, like intentionally and unintentionally. Like women are always in competition with each other, whether they want to admit it or not. Whether it be how you dress, how you do your makeup, your hair, how you smell, like everything is a competition. It's always a lot more of competition than it is unity with them. Whereas with guys, it's just a lot easier for us to be cool. It could be the smallest thing that we can have in common and we'll be cool, or we just more open to just chilling and talking about stuff. I feel like guys, it's a lot easier to have something in common too. Most guys are into sports or music and women. You know what I'm saying? Like those are the top three things that we all in common with. So it's easier for us to click and connect. And 9 times out of 10, we don't care enough to do something to where we put somebody in a situation where they be like, damn, he did that. Do I even want to mess with bro again or not? You know what I'm saying? Like most of the time that happens, it's either about money or girls. You know what I'm saying? That's the main thing it be. But if you are around the right type of people, you ain't never got to worry about that. But women, on the other hand, it's just like every little thing is an issue. They care about more things than they should, and they think more emotionally than logically a lot of times. So, I think that's why it'd be a lot more too. Now that I think about it, I think women forgive more than a man does, because men, to a certain extent, don't do anything. Like, let's say it's a dude and his day one partner, like he's more inclined to have loyalness to him just based off of the relationship that they've been locked in for so long than he would a female that he probably knew for maybe a couple months to a year, depending on like the type of dude it is. Like I say, a lot of dudes, they don't care. They crash out behind females. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of dudes, they just, when they come to a female, all that shit go out the window, whether it be 10, 15 years plus with your partner or somebody you call your brother or whatever, they go out the window when they come to a female. And then you got other dudes who they just live by that code and they stand on it. And, you know what I'm saying, they're going to do right by their dog no matter what. And, a lot of the times, that can be one of the main things where it's just like, you would think that a female that you rocking with is supposed to have your best interest because y'all supposed to be intertwined emotionally, but at the same time, a lot of times you gotta watch out for them because you gotta think of what she really messing with you for. Is it for her own personal benefit, or is it because she actually rock with you? And a lot of times that take way longer to figure out, you know what I'm saying, in a relationship with a female rather than, you know what I'm saying, a friendship with your partner or somebody that you call your brother, your best friend, you know what I'm saying? So I know it can be a lot harder to, pick between which one to be easier to forgive, your partner or your longtime partner, best friend, or, your girlfriend. And y'all don't even have to be, together for a short amount of time. Maybe y'all been together for a long amount of time. Now, when it comes to something like that, I feel like it hurt a lot more just because you start to be vulnerable. You start to put yourself in a position where you expressing yourself a lot more. You getting your feelings involved. And a lot of times, as men, we pride ourselves on being tough in a sense to where we have thick skin. We don't show emotion. We don't do all that type of stuff. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying, the moment that we deal with a woman, she brings the most vulnerable state out of us, and then that's when, if she double cross you or something like that, or if it end up not working out, that's when you be the most, let down and heartbroken. So, that forgiveness, it'd be, it'd be a hell of a thing to try and deal with at that point. But y'all let me know what y'all think of just about that whole thing. Like, is it easy for you to forgive people? Do you think it takes a certain level of maturity to do it too? Because a lot of times, like, people are just the type of people that don't really care about anything at all. So if you do something, they can forgive you and not mess with you again, or they can forgive you and still mess with you and, just move on like something never happened. Like, what type of forgiving person are you? I feel like I'm a little bit of both, but I'm more of the forgive you and not mess with you type of person, because at the same time, it's just like, okay, I can forgive you. And that's another thing too, because like, I don't believe in having just beef in general with nobody or just dry animosity. Like, if I feel a way about something, I'm gonna let you know about it. I'm gonna let you know about it, and I'm gonna let you know why I feel this way I feel about it, and I'm gonna explain that. And I'm the type of person too, nowadays, I'm more able to talk about stuff. Whereas back then, I wouldn't. I'd probably just lash out, or I'd be on some shit where it's just like, I'd cuss, you know what I'm saying? Just be like, get it all out, and I'd be like, man, I don't F with you, you know what I'm saying? Like, nowadays, I'm not like that. I got way more patience, and I think I have a lot more patience now than what I used to have, and that's all thanks to working with kids and stuff, because the old me, like my anger issues, my impatience, that would have took over like immediately. But like now that I worked with kids for like a year and a half, and I didn't got that under my belt, and just seeing how it is, because it be all cool and stuff, like being cool with kids and thinking that you can work with kids until you actually work with them and you're around them all day. Because it's not the same as having a little niece or nephew. Because I was like, oh, well, I was around my niece all the time. They were like, oh, this is going to be easy. And then I actually get in there and it's a lot different, because you got to realize and remember too that not everybody raised their kids the same way you was brought up and raised them on the same principles, especially now in 2024. Like, a lot of these new millennial kids, like, they get away with a lot more stuff than what we used to. You know what I'm saying? And they run the parents more than what we would ever even think of doing when we was coming up as kids. So, all in all, though, that helped me a lot with my patience. So that's why I don't really be just on some shit where it's just like, I'm too, my mind is too clouded to judge stuff the right way, and I'm acting more off emotions than I am logic. I definitely act more off logic nowadays, and I'm more in a mindset where I'm just like on some shit where I prefer peace over anything. So if you are already coming off to me as somebody that's gonna interfere with my peace or something like that, then I'm just not gonna even rock with you. But that's why a lot of times too, for the most part, the same dudes that I'm always around or deal with is always gonna be the same dudes that I'm cool with. And a lot of times too, like with some of my partners, they don't always be just the best of, situations. Like even my closest partners, like it'd be times where we might bump heads slightly, but we still get over it. Or even if it's something where it's a little major and we actually arguing and cussing each other out and shit, we still end up being cool, because when you locked in with somebody, if you're really cool with somebody and call somebody a brother for real, you able to sit down and talk about some shit and work it out and know that, you know what I'm saying, a lot of the times that shit either be small or it just be something that was just not worth it or miscommunication, you know what I'm saying? So that's why it's always good to be forgiving in that aspect. But as far as, you know what I'm saying, depending on what it is, you know what I'm saying, you can't just forgive everybody for everything, because a lot of stuff can be unforgivable. I definitely will say that. There is some stuff that is unforgivable in this world. So, yeah, man, y'all let me know what y'all think, and y'all let me know what y'all thought about this video. I be trying to come and mix in a little different video ideas, because I be coming up with stuff in my head, and I feel like a lot of times too, what I do that's kind of bad on my part, well, not even bad, because I know everybody does this for the most part, whether you're doing YouTube or whatever the case you may be doing. You know what I'm saying? You might have an idea and you second guess yourself because you feel like people might not like it or be into it. But I always tell myself, I'm like, bro, there's 8 billion people in this world. Like, somebody might relate to it. So if I got an idea, just do it and put it out there. And if it don't do good, I will. If it do good, whatever the case may be. But my whole thing is I like to just get out whatever I got on my mind and make it come to life and bring it, you know what I'm saying, to life content-wise so y'all can watch. So, yeah, man, that's gonna be it for this video though, man. I appreciate y'all for watching. If you watched this far, like I said, y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments below. Like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Turn on the post notifications. Follow me on my Instagram, Twitch, all that, man, just so y'all can get the clips or updates when I'm about to go on stream, because I'll be on Twitch streaming too. So yeah, man, it's been your boy. I'm gone.